Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning to you on this Wednesday, December 18th. Morning, Barbados. So good to have you joining us today with just about 8 days left of shopping for Christmas 2024. I know you are up and very busy already. So thank you for taking some time to join us here on Morning Barbados. I'm Tisha Hines, here with the entire crew, working hard behind the scenes. And we're going to be here until 8 o'clock this morning, telling you all about the wonderful deals and treats and big events coming up. And we're also going to share some interesting stories with you and give you some great information to help you get through this Christmas season. Now, Morning Barbados is brought to you proudly by Jordan's Supermarket. They're at 4 locations, 2 in Bridgetown, that's Fairchild Street and Baxter's Road. And you can also find them up north in Speightstown and on the west coast at Fitz Village. So make sure you head on out and make Jordan's Supermarket your choice all this season for high quality products and excellent customer service. Visit any of the locations and you can shop to enter the Spend and Eat competition now on. You get a chance to win $100,000 in free groceries, plus a large screen TV will be won every single month. This goes through until the end of January. Every Wednesday, that's today, they're going to do a draw for 5 $200 grocery vouchers. So make sure you are in. Go follow them at Jordan Supermarkets BB on Instagram or go to their website at jordanssupermarketsbb.com. Remember, that is the place to shop this Christmas season and beyond. Coming up here on Morning Barbados a little bit later, you get a chance to jingle and win as well. With that competition, we give you a simple question. We have some new gifts in today. Of course, that is sponsored by Standard and powered by Flow. So we give you an opportunity to win one of 3 amazing prizes just by answering a simple question to do with the Yuletide season. That is absolutely fun, and that's coming up a little bit later as well. So definitely stick around with us. But we wanted to start with a little bit of maybe baby talk and generally health care with a friend to Morning Barbados who's been here for quite some time. And he's been sharing with us in studio a lot more this year. I think he was online for the first few years. So we're happy to have in studio with us Dr. John Barker, who is consultant obstetrician and gynecologist. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Yes, please.
So today we want to take a look at what maybe expectant mothers should be paying attention to at this time of year where there's so much going on and people might be inclined to do a little extra work, some literal heavy lifting around the home, kind of making their way around shopping and getting really busy.
Yes, usually what we say is to do everything in moderation. The joints and stuff, as you're getting pregnant and as the pregnancy goes along, the ligaments and stuff get a bit elapsed. So what we usually would advise is against like heavy lifting. And so like if you're exercising, then what we do is advise you not to do like extreme like aerobic exercises or heavy lifting in terms of weights and stuff. So in terms of general advice is to do everything in moderation because you will be at risk for joint injuries and stuff in pregnancy.
We know this time of year, people might think it very simple to even maybe get on a ladder to be able to put up lights and do different things. Is it okay for mommy to still continue, going about her business, cleaning up? I know for a lot of people, mixing chemicals can be something that they want to do because they want everything sparkly white. Raise your hand if you've ever had any challenges. I didn't see you raise yours, but that can be a particular concern for expectant moms.
you have to try and stay away from stuff like Clorox or mold and stuff, and mixing different detergents because they release toxic fumes as well too. So that's why if first of all, avoid mixing chemicals, and two, if you're being exposed, then you have to go in a place that is actually well ventilated as well. But usually refrain from mixing chemicals and stuff.
All right. What are some of the things, the foods that moms should avoid, expectant moms or, new mothers maybe, I don't know, who are lactating, who are nursing baby, should avoid, not only for the Christmas season, but generally all the time?
Okay. Well, in relation to people who will be at risk for like gestational diabetes, which is diabetes that you only get during the pregnancy, to either decrease or well, significantly decrease these foods like high sugary foods and stuff. This would try and push them over the edge in terms of getting gestational diabetes. And in those who are actually gestational diabetics, meaning that they have diabetes in pregnancy, would be to avoid high starchy and sugary foods as well in terms for glucose control and monitoring, because it has a double effect both on parent and on baby. Could result in large babies, which will have further complications in labor and delivery.
Let's double back to gestational diabetes and the causes, what can get a mother there?
Right. Usually predisposition in terms of family history of diabetes, in addition to if you have underlying conditions like polycystic ovarian syndrome. So these will increase the insulin resistance and the risk of getting gestational diabetes in pregnancy. How would you diagnose? In relation to what we do is a screening glucose tolerance test. And then if this is abnormal, then the patient goes for a full glucose tolerance test, and then we go from there.
All right. Are there any signs that moms should look out for that could point to any complications that they might be having? I know around this time of year, it feels sometimes like more things happen than any other time of the year. So I know that clinics, for example, the QEH, the A&E, it's usually bursting at the seams. Yeah.
All right. So if you go from early and late pregnancy, so early pregnancy would be like, say, like from up to like 13 weeks gestation. The major issues there would be like cramping or bleeding, all right? And the major thing to rule out is if you're actually miscarrying. So any person who's getting like cramping pain, which is increasing, or bleeding, should see either GP urgent care center or your gynecologist. And essentially it's just to get an ultrasound scan and a full clinical examination, just to make sure you aren't miscarrying. Or on the other hand, if you have a ectopic pregnancy, which is a pregnancy in the actual tube itself. So that's like if you're getting a lot of pain and stuff and you're early pregnant, your anxiety level will be high as well, so it's best to get checked out.
When it comes to travel later in pregnancy,
Yes.
What's your best advice?
Right, so depending on the gestation, so say that if you're in the third trimester, usually the airlines may not let you fly based on the fact that you increased risk of labor. But anytime before that, so essentially what you have to do in most cases is to drink a lot, decrease caffeine, and usually sometimes we give you like TED stockings, compression stockings. Very rarely you might need a blood thinner depending on your predisposing factors, like if you have an elevated BMI or other conditions that would predispose you to getting blood clots.
All right, and what would be your best advice? Again, around this time, we had this conversation yesterday with a counseling psychologist about managing stress generally, because you don't want mom to be in a stressful position. So what would be your best advice to manage stress and kind of prioritize self-care at this time of year where everybody's kind of looking for you to do all types of things?
Well, at the end of the day, you're still human. So in relation to knowing what your priorities are, and two, you're pregnant, so you have physical challenges in addition to mental challenges. Sometimes, as you say, when you're pregnant, your hormones are all about the place, so you might be crying and stuff a lot. Sometimes it can be very emotional, but you have to prioritize, in terms of family and work and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's just you as a person, so you have to take time out for you.
And I read an article recently which said, smoking is again on the rise.
Yes.
which is something that kind of declined. I think maybe in the last 25 years or so, owing to legislation and just generally kind of people moving away. So, what's your best advice to mothers? And I say this because I saw an expectant mom the other
Smoking.
day, well smoking.
Yeah, you don't really find much people smoking in the Caribbean, but Europe and stuff, you find a fair amount of mothers smoking. So we usually try to get them to stop smoking or significantly decrease. This is because it has a lot of fetal aspects to it. Mainly, when you smoke, your oxygenation levels go down, and as a result, you would get small babies as well. And the major thing is, like, the more you smoke, the more detrimental it is to your health physically and to baby's health, because essentially what you get is very small babies. All right. So in terms of management, would be counseling to stop smoking and regular growth ultrasound scans to make sure that baby is growing appropriately.
Is there a healthy sip for the worms or just a short cheer during the holiday season for a pregnant woman?
Right. Extreme alcohol intake usually leads to fetal alcohol syndrome, all right? There's a whole myriad of stuff. But that is very rare in itself as well too. But in the general saying, we usually would advise pregnant people to avoid alcohol. Depending on which colleges and stuff you go, sometimes they might advise one a week or etc. But usually we would say, well, avoid alcohol intake and smoking.
What's fetal alcohol syndrome?
Fetal alcohol syndrome is where you drink excessive amounts of alcohol, and then baby has a lot of physical features, low set ears, eyes and stuff. But usually it's diagnosed by the pediatricians. I've never myself seen one, but it is a recognized complication of extreme alcohol intake.
All right, so your general best advice for moms as they head into the Christmas season, in terms of how they should approach just generally taking care of themselves and approach maybe not trying to do everything around the house, get into every store,
Yes.
go everywhere.
Yes, they can do that next year when they deliver. But usually taking care of yourself and just watching out for certain things, like as you get on in pregnancy, stuff like feeling the baby move, if they're getting cramping, abdominal pain that isn't subsiding even with simple medication, they should get sorted out. If they have any issues in terms of rupturing the membranes or they're getting fluid leaking from down below, then these are the general things that the midwife and the doctors will tell them to look out for.
And generally for ladies, as we get ready for a new year, I know a lot of people want to kind of shape up on what they're doing, maybe come with a few resolutions for the new year. Going into the new year, what should women generally take in mind as they prepare for taking care of themselves in 2025? I know some people put certain exams on the back burner, but as we look to 2025, what would be your best advice to women generally about healthcare?
Health always starts with your head. So mentally, just to make sure that you're in a good place. In terms of physical and medical, we'll be getting your breast checked and stuff. And in terms of getting screening, would be like for the pap smears and stuff. Usually, pap smears are every 3 years and then every 5 years with HPV testing and breast exams as per normal protocol in Barbados. But in terms of general health, then depending on your age and predisposing factors, colonoscopy and stuff in relation to broad general health.
What about younger women who are just maybe coming out of their teens?
Right. Depending on teens, it'd be like diet, exercise, because usually most teenagers don't eat healthy unless they're in the gym and stuff. But most teenagers don't eat healthy, so that's a matter of proper counseling in relation to nutritional status and stuff. And then in relation to mental health, making sure that they're in the right place and stuff.
All right, so thank you so much, Dr. John Barker.
Thanks for having me.
I think this is the last time I might see you before the Christmas.
Oh, don't say that.
Before Christmas Day.
Well, have a good Christmas.
Well, you have a good Christmas. I know you're having a good Christmas because I'm looking at this shirt. I was seeing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, everybody there. And then Santa.
Thank you so much, Dr. Barker, for coming in and
problem.
sharing with us throughout this entire year. You've shared some information with us that we've received tons and tons of emails about throughout
Yes.
the many months and weeks about how useful it has been. And we really appreciate our contributors who take the time to come in and share with our viewers as well.
Yes, please. Thanks for having me.
All right, so that's it, I think, for this year. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
see him before Christmas or the New Year. Who knows? Dr. John Barker.
Thank you.
It's time for our first break here on Morning Barbados, but stick around. We have lots more coming up.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
94.7 FM with the kind compliments of Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited and the Cut and Drive Network brings live coverage of Cricket West Indies Home Series October 31st to December 19th. Join the action, brought to you by Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited. Live safe, live easy, and the Cut and Drive Network.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet.
You know why?
I need.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, indeed. 7:26 on this Wednesday. I don't know if you're still trying to keep track of the days, but I know how it goes at Christmas when you're trying to get everything done. You're working, like my mother would say, working like Nicodemus all through the night. And then you have to get up and go to work. Hopefully you're going to have a few shopping days that your employer will afford you. You're going to get out of the office a little early. I always empathize with those people working in retail because you guys are working long hours and maybe not getting all of your work done. So a special shout out to everybody working in retail. Now, our next guest is no stranger at all to Morning Barbados. So it's really great to have Charles Walcott back with us. He's chairman of the CW Foundation. Happy Christmas.
Yes, happy Christmas to you. Good morning, teacher. Good morning, Barbados.
Good morning and welcome back.
Thank you.
You're back to tell us about the 15th installment, the 15th anniversary of the Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic. Let's start by talking a little bit about the history of the meet, because I know it brings back some very fond memories for you.
Yes, please. So the Josephine was started, as 15 years ago. This was really our give back to the sport. We are involved in providing facilities, technical resources, and so on for athletes, and of course, competition. So the Joseph Payne, initially we acknowledged Joseph Payne for his contribution to athletics. He would have held the Barbados national record in men's shot put back in 1974. I would have broken that record in 2002. So we showed the balance of he was an academic, he also did well in sport, and that's a good mentorship for our upcoming and junior athletes.
Absolutely. Tell me about how it has been through the years to build on this particular meet.
When I looked at when we started to now, it has grown really well. Remember the first meet, we probably had like maybe 100 patrons in the stadium. We've surpassed that over the years. It's very competitive, so clubs and schools will participate. We've had overseas competition over the years from as far as the People's Republic of China. We had 2 athletes here in 2020, and 2020 will be the last time that we would have hosted the Joseph Payne as a full track meet. During the pandemic, we had to scale it down to field events only for obvious reasons. So we're coming back next year as a full track and field championship. But we still have to separate the event. So on the 24th of January, we head to the Jingle School, where we will host the discus and javelin events. And then on the 25th, we head to the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. Those 2 events cannot be hosted there because it's natural turf there, and the javelin cannot be thrown on the infield. So we're inviting Barbadians to come out. That first event is free to the public. It will be done under the light, so it's going to be a nice atmosphere. People can bring out your chairs and so on, sit on the trees and watch the event at the Jingle School. And then at the Usain Bolt on the Saturday, we have a full track and field program. There's also a 5K race included in that as well, where the athletes start in the stadium, they go out on the road, and they come back and finish inside of the Usain Bolt Sports Complex.
All right, sounds like an exciting time.
Yes,
I'm told that also for the first time this year, the event is a qualifier for Carifta. That in and of itself is quite the milestone.
Yes, well, over the years, we've had a number of Carifta qualifiers. I know they meet us early in January, but we encourage athletes to start to compete early. The Carifta Games is usually in April, and that's usually a very good lead off for them to see where they are, getting the qualifier early so that coaches can make some adjustments and so on to their final preparation.
I'm interested in hearing your thoughts generally on field events,
right,
because going into the games, and I made mention of this yesterday with an interview with BOA officials.
Right.
Through the years, we've heard a lot about track and field,
right,
particularly with our representatives for Olympics and world meets and so on, but not as much on field events. So your take on where we probably need to go with building field events so that we have athletes who are competing not only at the regional but the extra-regional level and at the highest levels of sport as well.
Yes, certainly. Well, let's go to the Olympics. The last Olympics was definitely a field event Olympics. We focus heavily on field events, and we want to see more in terms of facilities and so on. We have just established an arrangement with the National Sports Council to establish a dedicated field events facility. I think that will come more on stream into the new year. That would allow athletes to have field event athletes to have a dedicated space. Field events is still very much underdeveloped in terms of how it's presented at track and field meets. When you go to track and field meet, you see all the track events. Even though that has changed somewhat, we still want to see the balance there. So at the Joseph Payne of itself, while it's a full track and field championship, we give the field event athletes spotlight on the day. So we introduce them to the patrons, we give them other things that they are seen as promoted as in a prominent position. So in going forward, yes, more facilities, more investment in terms of equipment, in terms of coaches and so on. We are still very much underdeveloped there in terms of we need more coaches in the area. We have a few field event coaches who work extremely hard, and I think it's impossible for them to produce all the athletes that we're looking at. So initially, more facilities and investment in coaches and their development, and then we can start working towards seeing more athletes qualify for the Crifter Games and beyond.
What categories of athletes can we look forward to seeing at the meet coming up in January? I know it is open.
Yes.
So talk to us about the types of athletes we'll be seeing.
Right. So it's open to children in primary and secondary schools, heavily weighted on the clubs because those are the ones who will come out and participate. The Masters, we've added some events for the Masters as well because that's a growing area. Masters are doing well. And independent athletes, those athletes who are not necessarily attached to a club or school or what have you, those are eligible to participate. And of course, we should have some participation from the Caribbean as well to give that competitiveness on the day.
So how do independent athletes, for example, go about registering to be a part of the competition? What are the deadlines associated and so on?
Right. So the deadline for entries is January 18th. We will circulate a file with the events and so on for registration to clubs, schools, to individuals as well. They can send us an email if they want to participate and not attached to a club. So all those entries must reach us by January 18th so that we can do the reviews and the corrections and so on. So on the day of competition, everything is smooth and ready to go.
Let's break down these ages.
Right.
When we talk about masters, there might be some people looking on who are thinking, maybe I can get back out there even if I've moved past the club or what have you. Right. So what ages are we talking about in these various categories?
So we start as low as the under 9s. So you have the under 9s, under 11s, under 13s, under 17, under 20, and men and women open. And then the masters, so sub-masters is like from 35 on. So we will have people that's in the age of maybe 50s and their 60s who are competing. And the masters are very competitive. So, you know, they're coming out to compete fiercely. So don't discount them.
Absolutely not. I know how it goes with us as we age. We have to prove that we're still doing well. You know, based on what you've been able to do for the athletics community through this meet for the last 15 years, you know, what would you say are some of the high points that you'd like to share with us?
We provided a reasonably high level of competition. Back in 2020, when the Chinese delegation here, they actually had an athlete that qualified for the Olympics in Barbados. So that gave the event some prestige. And it also acted as a form of mentorship. Most of our athletes don't get the opportunity to see a world-class thrower perform before their eyes. And that was a good thing for them. And the meet also acts as a form of mentorship. Our sport lacks mentorship. When I was a junior athlete, we had senior athletes that we looked up to. While we still have these athletes around, I don't think that we are showcasing those who've gone before. So this year, what we're going to do is to have event ambassadors. The event ambassadors will be like a former national athlete, an Olympian. And what we are going to do is to have them escort the field event athletes into the competition area. So we present them to the patrons. We read a bio. So you get a chance to hear about the Olympian, what events they did and so on. And this could be good for the junior athletes to say, well, I did not even know that person went to the Olympics or they've done these events and so on. So the event ambassadors will form part of our mentorship program where they can come in from time to time where we have workshops and share information, knowledge, and to sort of inspire our junior athletes and senior athletes to stay in the sport.
That's beautiful. Now you're in your 15th year. What are you hoping to do in the coming years with the meet to ensure you're around for another 15?
Well, we want to continue to raise the profile in terms of competition, because competition produces, you know, excellent performances. So we want to be able to attract more athletes, whether it's from the Caribbean, outside of the Caribbean. Of course, we want to see more field event athletes travel to Barbados and compete here in Barbados. What we're going to do is to, you know, get it up there in international space. I think the Josephine now is beginning to get more traction. People are hearing about it. And so that's one of the things that we want to be able to do, to raise the profile where people see it as one of the best meets in the Caribbean to travel to.
Excellent. So it's coming off January 24th and 25th, 24th at Coleridge and Parry School, 25th at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex, and the field athletes will kick things off as they come out with their mentors. Any final words?
Yes, I want to say thank you to some of our sponsors, the Arts and Sports Promotion Fund, CIBC, Safe Security Consultants, Soundwave, Pedialyte Sport, Glacial Ice, the Kiwanis Club Pride of Barbados, the Barbados Olympic Association, Gildan, Slam 101.1 FM, the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, of course, Kalita Moore, a marketing consultant, and Ticket Links. Without these persons, it would not be possible for us to host this event at the level that we want to host it.
All right, and congratulations on reaching this milestone. We hope to see you around for another 15. And at that stage, maybe the athletes competing now will be in the position of being mentors
Certainly.
for new athletes entering the field events fold.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for coming in, Charles Walcott, chairman of the CW Foundation, telling us all about the upcoming Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic coming up in January 2025. Before you know it, it's going to be here. So make sure you find out more details. Before you go, any socials?
Yes,
where
you
people
can visit
follow?
us on our Instagram page at Joseph Payne Memorial Classic. We're also on Facebook as Joseph Payne Memorial Classic as well. So go and like us and follow us and keep track of what we are doing in terms as we lead up to the Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic.
Absolutely. That's a great way to be able to stay in step with what's happening. Follow them online and most certainly will. Hey, it's moving quickly. 22 minutes now before the 7 o'clock hour. Just stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
94.7 FM with the kind compliments of Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics, Guardian General Insurance Limited, and the Cut and Drive Network brings live coverage of Cricket West Indies Home Series October 31st to December 19th. Join the action, brought to you by Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics, Guardian General Insurance Limited. Live safe, live easy, and the Cut and Drive Network.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party. Do you?
As we close out 2024 and get ready for 2025, we are definitely prioritizing self-care. Self-care is what it's all about, and particularly with Bamboo Retreat. And when it comes to Bamboo Retreat, you know that we have the master therapist, Steve Andrews, joining us on set. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Barbados.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Good to have you
Christmas.
with us.
And Merry Christmas to all of my potential clients and my clients and everyone else. Just Merry Christmas to the entire listening public out there.
All right, let's talk about self-care, because, you know, that's at the core of what you do. And for many years, you know, we've had people who've just been going along and not necessarily taking care of themselves, whether it's getting a mani-pedi massage or getting a little relaxed time in. Talk to us about the services that Bamboo Retreats.
Well, self-care is one of the most important aspects of life. I keep saying that so much persons take care of everything else. They take care of the house, they take care of the car. It's Christmas time, they're up and down across the country doing all the shopping and forget about themselves. And self is so important. I always hear that if you don't take care of yourself, then you don't have the time to take care of no one else. So we have to spend our time understanding, taking care of ourselves, and finding things to do in terms of spa treatment. So we offer the manicures, the pedicures, the facials. Lots of persons don't really have facials, I guess, because we can cover up with makeup. But there's organs under that makeup that actually needs that assistance, because your face is like, they say the face is the cover to the book, right? So people look at you, they tend to judge you based on your skin. But also doing facial, what it does, it helps you. We cannot stop you from aging, but what we do help you to age gracefully. So skin is very important, facials is very important. So we do massage, we do body treatment, we do like body wraps, body scrubs. We have a sauna, we have a hot tub. There's a pool to have access to. There's a beautiful garden that you can go and sit, because so much of us are so busy running around, we forget to stop and really reflect on ourselves and our life and basic things that we can do by just sitting down in a peaceful, quiet space and say, I have lived for X amount of time, or I have done this, I have achieved this, because we always go and we forget about the simple things in life. By just stop in a peaceful space and just say, I have done whatever we have achieved.
Yeah, and I think sometimes for us, we feel like, you know, because of how it's titled. So maybe you call it pampering. So you think that this should only be for a special occasion.
Yeah.
Or if, you know, there's some special milestone. But this is something that we really should prioritize all the time, even if we compare it to how we take care of our homes and our vehicles. At this time of year, the house needs a little cobwebbing, might need a little touch-up of paint. You know, you might need to get places power washed and taken care of. You have to think of self-care in the same way.
It's so important. It's so important because everything else can be replaced. Your house, your car, everything else can be replaced. If you break your fingernails, right? I mean, not the ones that you put on your real fingernails, and much pain that costs, and it takes time to get back where it wants us to be. So all of these things are important when we are thinking about our body. We have to look at it in a more serious way. So like now I'm saying, why do we just buy one gift voucher or one treatment? Why not start 2025 the positive way by buying a year of service for that loved person, that loved one, or that special person in your life? And I think that these are things I'm seeing outside of Barbados, but I'm seeing in the Caribbean. We tend to see these things as you said, pampering, but it's a very healing component. This is what helps your body to maintain the challenge and the stress that you are under. So next year we will break it down. We'll break down the benefits of massage and the benefits that you can get from all these things that we are doing, and you can see it's not just pampering. It's a very healing component.
Now, you told me that every week people are asking you, has Tisha come yet? Has she come yet? And this week, you guys can't laugh at me because I've come through, I've experienced it.
Yes.
So I had a great time getting in a little downtime. I know that you would probably tell that my phone was going a lot of that time. But, you know, nonetheless, it really does, you know, work to give you that reset.
Yes, yes.
That you can need. Just a little bit of relaxing and feeling, you know, it helps you to kind of slow your roll, which is very, very important for health.
And that chair that you sit in, a lot of person fall asleep in that chair. So so much people fall asleep in the chair that the chair just said, okay, then you need to replace me. Because a lot of people, it's just a space where people just come and feel really relaxed. And that's what we are trying to do this. Encourage people, come and buy some gift vouchers for those loved ones. Our gift voucher lasts up to November. Why November? Because December everybody wants to come and bring their gift vouchers, and we tend to be busy in December. So our gift vouchers last up to until November. And you can buy, I mean, we can say we bring all of these different packages to you, but we want you also to decide what you want to give to those loved ones, or what do you want for yourself. So you have options in choosing what you want to have in all of our packages that we have, or all of our services that we have. So this year is really about the best gift for the year is a gift of a lifetime. I have people that are my customers because of a gift for many, 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 many years because of a gift, because they always talk about this gift that they receive. The best gift of a lifetime is a spa service.
And a gift that kind of keeps on giving. You know, you don't want to give someone a gift that they're going to set aside and not necessarily use, put away in a cabinet, or re-gift. This is definitely something that
people will always use, and you have people come and said, I have it sitting down and I almost did not get it used, and the expression. And what they do, they come and they buy a gift for other persons. So it's really something that people does know, because it's a gift that everyone will love. Of the people that is coming fretting and they're like, stupid, I don't know why she gave me a massage. And when they experience it, they are the ones that buying gift vouchers for other persons. So you see that it's like transferring of one gift to others and others and others, because they receive that benefits and they see how wonderful that benefit is.
It's also a great way to start the year when we talk about the types of massages, which we will get into in the new year, that you can get into to help health-wise and otherwise. So if you're having health challenges, or if you aren't, it's a great way to be able to get your body in a good place.
Because we do many things. We do injuries, sports injuries that you're affecting you. We do chronic problems that you have. We help in terms of, as I said, in the new year, we can work on it. We do lymphatic draining massages. It's good for recovering from surgery. We were talking about pregnancy earlier. We do pre and post pregnancy massages. It's very good for the body and very good for that pregnant lady. So we do lots of different stuff, and we are not saying that we are doing it, but we have the experience. We are across the globe teaching and training, so we have the experience to provide the kind of quality services that we are talking about.
All right. Of course, they have the option of a spa party. They call it a sparty.
Yes.
If you want to go out and bring a few friends. I heard the guys are getting together these days and going out and enjoying each other's company in that type of setting as well. So there's a pool, there's a sauna, there's just about everything. So make it Bamboo Retreat for all of those gift vouchers for Christmas and beyond. And be sure to take care of yourselves, because we are prioritizing self-care at the end of the year and into 2025. Thank you so much, Master Therapist.
Merry Christmas to everyone, and Merry Christmas to you, and we will see you early in the new year.
I already have my treatments booked for the first month. We're going to work on the rest of the year coming up. So make it Bamboo Retreat. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
All right, time for another break here on Morning Barbados, but there's lots more coming up, and we're going to give you an update of the news shortly as well. We also connect with a very interesting children's platform. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love Crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You
get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here.
All the way and win with the compliments of Standard Distribution on Wildy and powered by Flow. So what is up for grabs today? Let me rest this down so that I can share with you. This is one of my favorite things of all time. Our caller yesterday won this. This, of course, is a cutlery set. This is the rose gold version of it. Very, very beautiful set. Of course, this one is nicely wrapped up. So let me just give you a good sneak peek of what they're looking like. So when you have everybody over, you have some very beautiful, chic looking, very beautiful, chic looking pieces to be able to share with them. So this set comes in gold. It also comes in silver, and this one rose gold as well. My crew here in studio are the worst bad behaved people, but I'm sure you guys know what happens behind the scenes for live programs. They're the best though. All right, also your forks and so on. So this beautiful set, what makes it gorgeous as a good gift? Look at that. So you just box it and you're good to go. Also today, we are giving away, this is a diffuser, and these are wonderful for your living rooms, bedrooms, bathrooms. It looks like a beautiful just little vase or what have you, and it has some great scents in there. These are also great, will make great gifts to share. We want you to start the new year on a healthy note as well. So we have the Hamilton Beach blender in here up for grabs today when you answer that question. So you're going into the new year making all of those wonderful smoothies. If you like cakes and pastries or whatever you do, it's a great option for you as well. So it's time to win with the competition. Let's see. Here's your question for today. Remember, you're calling one of two numbers, 228-5562 or 228-5563 for a chance of one of these gifts. All you have to do is answer the question correctly. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and you select your gift. All right, so call us up. Again, those numbers, 228-5562 and 228-5563. Want to remind you of one thing, though. When you call me, listen to your phone, not the TV set. You're going to get a little confused. They had to put the delay on because sometimes I have a bit of a potty mouth, so they have to make sure that we don't have any trouble, right? I don't think that's why they did it, though. Maybe because of you. All right, going to the phone line. Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Hi, good Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Dion, calling by Church.
Hello, Dion. How are you doing today?
I am fine, West.
Have you gotten all of your Christmas shopping in?
No, actually.
All right, Dion, you want to clean up for Christmas because I remember this voice. But that's okay. That is A-okay. You get to jingle and win again.
Yes.
So here is your question for today. What kind of car does Eartha Kitt request Santa give her in the song Santa Baby?
A convertible. It's a light blue convertible S4, I think.
Are you sure?
I'm perfect sure.
All right, that is absolutely correct, Dion. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You're a lucky winner.
Goodness. I would take number 2, please.
Number
2.
Number 2. That's number 1. This is number 2. All right, so you are going to walk with this rose gold cutlery set. How about that? Congratulations. Applause are in order. And thank you for watching Morning Barbados. I wish you and yours all the best for the Christmas season and beyond.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, so make sure you go into standard distribution on Wildy for all of these wonderful things that we've been giving away for the entire Christmas season. And remember, we're going to be giving away right up until the end of the year. All you have to do is call in and answer. Look how simple that was. And Dion is walking away with a fabulous gift, compliments of standard distribution. And of course, powered by Flow. Continue to watch and get in for all of the action. It's time for a break. When we come back, we update you on the news. Do stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I would make sure they have a lot of green spaces full of trees, flowers, and bushes.
We need to plant more trees because trees release oxygen and take in carbon dioxide.
I would plant trees and flowers around Barbados and make sure no one dumps trash on empty lots.
I would encourage people not to litter and also start cleanup crews to clean up the parts of Barbados.
I would start by planting trees, including fruit trees, and plants with colorful flowers.
My name is Alana Greenwich. I attend Bailey's Primary School.
Hello, my name is General Isaiah Torres Short Barnett. I am a student of Bailey's Primary School.
My name is Liam Ashby. I am 9 years old and I attend Wills Primary School.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's Wednesday, December 18th. It's time for an update of the news. I'm Tishia Hines. Good morning to you. International investors are showing interest in Barbados because the economy is performing well. That's according to Senior Minister in the Prime Minister's office, Dr. the Honourable William Duguid. He says Barbados' debt continues to fall and may soon move from triple to double digits. He made the remarks in Parliament while addressing Resolution Barbados Fiscal Framework 2024 to 2025 to 2026 to 2027 and 2025 to 2026 and 2027 to 2028.
I want the people of this country to hear and hear me clearly. Every single metric or measure of an economy for Barbados at this present time is doing well. Every single one. And this is why the people that invest all over the world are coming to invest in Barbados. Because they read it, they see it, and they see confidence in this country. Confidence. That at lunchtime I met with my Prime Minister and myself met with another group, local group, who are looking to do another infrastructure project, to build another hotel in Barbados. And this is something that we meet people all the time who want to invest.
Businesses and non-governmental organizations have been given more time to access a tax incentive to digitize their operations. The 100% tax credit for local companies was first announced by Prime Minister Mia Amor-Maudsley during the budget in March of this year. Entities which make use of the tax credit will be able to claim it for either income year 2024 or 2025. It was set to expire next June, but Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn, says it has now been pushed back until year-end.
We know that we have put a very clear focus on digitization, and we have announced, I know the Prime Minister had announced in the budget in March that the tax credit with respect to digitization would expire June of 2025, Madam Deputy Speaker. We will be extending that benefit until the end of December 2025 to allow more Barbadian businesses to be able to benefit from the application of the 100% tax credit in order to be able to digitize their businesses.
Now, legislation to amend the Road Traffic Act to make tint meters legal will see a bit of a delay. In a ministerial statement, Attorney General Dale Marshall says the tint meters are en route to Barbados and the amendments have been laid in Parliament, but debate will come next year. On September 19th, Prime Minister Mia Amor-Maudsley announced that dark tints on motor vehicles will be outlawed as a crime-fighting measure. It was intended to take effect from January 1st, 2025.
The necessary legislation to amend the Road Traffic Act, as well as the required regulations, have all been prepared, and the amendment to the Act has been laid in Parliament. This ministerial statement is to indicate to the country that matters relating to the acquisition of the best available tint meters are well in hand, and these tint meters have been ordered and are in fact en route to Barbados. However, inasmuch as they are not yet on the island, and given the inevitable challenges that are associated with the Christmas season in terms of shipping and the like, it has been decided to defer further action on the legislation until the meters are in hand.
Minister Marshall adds the debate will be delayed until early January and the regulations will come into effect thereafter.
Well, the legislation will be enacted in January of 2025 and will come into force when enacted. The regulations will still provide for a grace period of 3 months for persons to come into compliance with the law. I remind the country that this measure will not be a prohibition on the use of tint. It only seeks to do what is globally a commonplace measure, that is, the restriction of the use of dark tints on motor vehicles. I take this opportunity to remind the drivers and owners of motor vehicles in Barbados that these measures are intended to protect the interests of all Barbadians, and we look forward to their fullest cooperation in the new year as we work together to make the work of the Barbados Police Service easier and more effective.
Barbadians across the diaspora can take advantage of discounted airfare to fly home for Regathering 2025. According to the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Aer Lingus has announced a special offer aimed at the Barbadian diaspora, inviting them to return home for the special celebrations. A BTMI press release states that from December 13th to 23rd, 2024, travelers can enjoy a 25% discount on business and economy fares for flights from Manchester to Barbados. The promotion is perfectly timed to coincide with the upcoming festive season as well, celebrating Barbadian heritage, culture and unity, designed to bring together families, friends and communities from across the diaspora, with travel dates spanning from this December to April 19th of next year. And from May 1st to May 30th of 2025, the offer allows flexibility for those traveling to reconnect and experience the island's rich traditions. In sports, an explosive unbeaten half-century from captain Hayley Matthews steered West Indies women to a crushing 9-wicket win against hosts India women in the second T20 in Mumbai yesterday. Sent into bat, India posted 159 for 9 off their 20 overs. Skipper Mahendra led with 62. Matthews, Doughton, Henry and Fletcher had 2 wickets apiece. Chasing 160, the Windies eased to 160 for 1 in 15.4 overs to level the 3-match series at 1-all. Matthews scored an unbeaten 85 from 47 balls, inclusive of 17 fours, to earn the Player of the Match award. Joseph scored 38, while Campbell added 29 not out. We have some of the highlights.
There you go.
radio stations for the CBC News World at 1, simulcast on 94.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and Q 100.7 FM. Of course, that comes at 1 p.m. We're going to take a break here on Morning Barbados. When we come back, we're joining online for a little something for the kids. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
94.7 FM with the kind compliments of Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited and the Cut and Drive Network brings live coverage of Cricket West Indies Home Series October 31st to December 19th. Join the action, brought to you by Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited. Live safe, live easy, and the Cut and Drive Network.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to it.
Go swish, swish, swish all through the town.
Technological age, I know we're always looking for wonderful platforms online to share with our children. Now we found one that is the intersect with great preschool educational items that is kind of mixed with Caribbean culture and a whole lot more. We're joined now by Jace McKinney, who is producer for Boom Canoe. Good morning to you, Jace. Good to have you with us on Morning Barbados.
Good morning. Tishia, I said that correctly?
No, but you'll get it right. T is just fine. Welcome to Barbados.
Right.
Good to have you with us. Talk to us about what inspired the creation of Boom Canoe.
Well, Boom Canoe was inspired by the fact that we wanted to create something for Caribbean kids. And me being a father, being a person from the Caribbean, from the Bahamas specifically, it was definitely a desire for me as I watched them grow and watch them engage with content on, the iPads and television. So this has kind of always been a desire of mine. I've been inspired by things from the past that is being created from Caribbean creators. What we had here was a Captain Bahamas comic and a few other things, across the Caribbean, even from Jamaica and different places. So I'm just inspired to, do this at this point, in my career.
Was it difficult at all to develop this unique focus on Caribbean culture, as we saw in the your take on the Wheels on the Bus a moment ago? There were people on the bus in carnival costumes, for example.
Yes, yeah. So definitely had the people on the bus in the actually in Jonkanu costumes, even though we have carnival here as well. And they were, this was, it can be challenging, but I think being familiar with the culture and being familiar with my culture, which is where we started from, the Bahamian culture, sharing it and actually actualizing it into cartoons was workable. I've been working in animation for a number of years now, and it's I have a really wonderful team who helps me to create these animation for kids and for our audience to enjoy.
There's also an educational component. So talk to us about what sets this platform apart, maybe from others that are available on the web.
I think one thing that we don't see too often in a lot of children's content is the culture of the Caribbean, authentically represented. So I think what sets Boom Canoe apart is the fact that we have a unique perspective on the Caribbean, and we're speaking, and we hope to speak and develop our series based on the various voices of the Caribbean. Like we want to have the voices from people in Jamaica, and currently we're working with some artists there now. We're currently linking to work with some artists in Barbados, and we really want to tell our story through this series. The story of the Caribbean for people to see and enjoy, and for our children to see and enjoy future generations.
What are some of the most popular nursery rhymes or stories reimagined that you're sharing on this platform?
Well, currently we have our Jingle Bells song, which is, it's not a nursery rhyme, but that's something that I think is very popular, that people know, one of the songs. But I think one of the things that really went viral actually on TikTok was our Wheels on the Bus song. The Wheels on the Bus, that actually, they developed a TikTok dance on it. So there's thousands of videos celebrating that. We also had our Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song go viral, and it was something where that was very special. It talks about social interactions and teaches kids about respecting others from different walks of life or from different cultures. We have the star from the sky and the star from the sea. They meet and they talk and they have a little bit of a duet. So I think these have kind of been very impactful videos for our brand and also to reaching children. And we've gotten testimony from parents all around the Caribbean and even from international places from the US and other countries, really talking about the value they're finding in Boom Canoe and really how their kids are loving it.
Why do you think it is important in this age, at this time, for us to be able to share with our children in educational spaces online like Boom Canoe, and particularly for preschoolers?
I think we have to develop in our kids a strong sense of identity. And I think what we're doing in terms of policies in our countries, we look at you guys in Barbados and we admire and respect some of the things that you've been doing, especially with your president and her leadership. And we think that that is kind of the major key right now for the future generation, that we have a strong value and understanding of who we are as Caribbean people, as a diaspora, and even in our individual stories, and that they're all uniquely beautiful and of great value. And that's one thing that we want to establish in our kids.
Oh, on a personal note, What does it do for you to be able to create this content, this animated content that celebrates our rich Caribbean culture, but also seeks to educate the region's children as well?
Well, personally, being a father of three, I find personal joy in seeing my children, enjoy it and actually like the videos. I have a 2-year-old, and it's hard putting her to bed, and every time, I'm trying to put her to bed, she looks at me and says, "Boom canoe," and I'm just like, "Oh wow!" It's not Coco Melon or other brands that are very successful and well known, but it's kind of it warms my heart to have my 2-year-old personally enjoy what we're creating and really want to see it.
I know you mentioned maybe a few future collaborations with Jamaican artists and artists here in Barbados, but what are some of the interesting things that we can look forward to from Boom Canoe in future?
Well, one of the things that we really want to start to do in the new year is develop or expand in our songs. We want to expand in education, really reach out to the different sectors of education and publishing and stuff like that. So expect a lot. I'm hoping that we can really deliver and add value to the Caribbean, into our voice.
And have there been any special requests from parents? We Caribbean people are a little different. We would go on platforms in terms of the call and response. How are parents responding to the various Caribbean stories and poems and jingles and all of the wonderful animations that you are showing on the platform?
Well, one of the responses is more content. We've got it in our mailbox where they're like, "Hey guys, our kids are enjoying it. Please, we want more and more." And that's very inspiring to get that feedback, and also to talk about. Some parents have even talked about how their kids have been inspired. One parent reached out to us and said that her child loved one of our characters that has beads in her hair, and it's a pretty prominent character. And one of the things is that her beads are kind of like flying in some of the videos where she's horseback riding, and when she's doing certain things, she's having fun in some of the videos. And I think, just having that representation and parents feeling that representation and value that their kids are identifying with the characters is very important.
That's very wonderful. What do you want to say to parents who are looking on? I know as a parent as well, I am always seeking new platforms for my little ones as well. So what would you say to parents who are looking on about why they should choose the Boom Canoe platform to be able to share some of the Caribbean culture, but also educational content with their little ones?
Well, one of the things that Boom Canoe really tries to pride itself on, excuse me, is creating content that is wholesome for young children, that is going to edify, inspire them to grow in a way where they will respect their environment. If we have a focus on education, and we have a focus on respecting different relationship dynamics, and also on valuing people, and really focusing on things that create a holistic education experience for young children.
All right, we certainly wish you the best, and I'm sure that lots more parents from here in Barbados will be tuning in to see what Boom Canoe is all about and hear more of those Caribbean inspired animations and share them with their little ones. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas to you as well, and thank you for having me. And please join us on YouTube and IG and on TikTok. So thank you again.
All right, absolutely. So that's Jace McKinney, producer for Boom Canoe. Make sure you get online and check it out. And I'm sure it's something that you will want to share with the little ones in your life. It's time for a break here on Morning Barbados. Remember, Morning Barbados is proudly sponsored by Jordan's Supermarket.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 7:30. Hey, the Barbados Defence Force Band is offering us a Zouave Christmas. How about that? So to tell us more about how we can get out and how they've been preparing, we have Captain Brian Cole, a familiar face, who is Director of Music at the Barbados Defence Force. Great to see you again, and good to have you here.
Tisha. Good morning, Barbados.
And also here with us is Private Erin Hazelwood, and she has the distinct pleasure of having been named Musician of the Year 2023 with the BDF. So congratulations and welcome.
Thank you very much, Tisha. Good morning, Barbados. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful stuff. You guys have been busy. I know you had a big anniversary celebration. I feel like this year the BDF really has been doing it.
Yes.
You've had open days quite recently. Also, you had an anniversary celebration. On top of that, you've been doing all of the regular things, the Independence Day parade, etc.
Yes.
So you've been quite busy, and the band has really taken center stage.
Yes. It's part of our mandate as the band to provide the best music possible for any event, internal or external, on behalf of the force, and we do it with a lot of pleasure.
Talk to us about the makeup of the band.
So the band, excuse me, the band is predominantly made up of reserve musicians. They work, they're employed, they're either or tertiary education.
Correct.
And so they themselves are very busy, and then they give up their time as reservists. We train 2 evenings a week for about 3 hours, and that's where we make most of our music preparation. And then we're out almost every weekend. The band would say every weekend, without a doubt. They would cross up almost. But yeah, and it's our pleasure to be out there serving the community. It is the social responsibility of the force, and the band is a proud part of that on behalf of the Barbados Defence Force.
That's wonderful stuff. Private Hazelwood, how did you feel to be able to be named Musician of the Year?
I certainly wasn't expecting it when my name was called, but I would say that for the year 2023, I rose to the occasion. I did of my best. It was recognized, and I am grateful for the opportunity.
Talk to us about your journey through music and your chosen instrument.
Okay, well, I am first chair cornet in the Barbados Defence Force Band. I also play trumpet. I would have started at Christchurch Foundation School. Mr. Cole would have also taught me at some point at school. So I would have started, that would have been 2007, graduated from school and pursued my music career at the Barbados Community College. I did the music program, and the rest was history. I joined the band shortly afterwards as a reservist, and the rest is history.
All right, so we're now upon the Zouave Christmas. Tell me about the event.
The event, this is the fourth year?
Fourth year, I believe so.
Thereabout. It really is twofold. It is the opportunity for us, once again, as I said earlier, to engage with the community. And our community is the people we serve as the Barbados Defence Force, every single Barbadian out there. Right? As well, it gives us the opportunity to award the special persons from the band who've done so well throughout the year. So there are 3 awards that are presented at the concert: Musician of the Year, Junior NCO of the Year, and Most Improved Musician of the Year. And they're always keen throughout the year, what's the word looking for? Efforts to do of their best. And not just so they're awarded, simply to make good music every time we go out there in the public side.
I find that every time I interview someone from the BDF, I always have to break down these acronyms. Junior NCO of the Year.
Yes.
What's that?
So all rank structure, the enlisted ranks, there are other ranks, which are the privates, the junior NCOs, which would make up of the lance corporals and corporals, and then the senior NCOs, which would be the sergeants, the color sergeants, and the more senior enlisted rank in the force would be a warrant officer.
Okay, so NCO is what officer?
So junior NCO would be lance corporals and corporals.
Right, I have that, but what does NCO stand for?
Non-commissioned officer.
That was like pulling teeth there.
Oh, sorry. It's so natural to abbreviate. I didn't even realize that.
I know that.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Junior non-commissioned officer.
There we go. I figured the O is for officer, but I couldn't figure out the.
It's just so natural to abbreviate it.
Absolutely, the rest of it. And I know that you guys do a lot of abbreviations.
Yes.
So I'm always having that conversation. Let's talk about what the attendees can look forward to at the presentation.
Alrighty, so in terms of the performances, alrighty, so we're going to have Dawn Lisa Yearwood. I don't think we have Dance in Africa, Bumba, Miss Gillian Renee, and Kalan Rohan will be performing at the Zouave Christmas Yuletide Classics on the 26th.
I know you have something to add, Captain Cole.
Yes, please. So, along with the band ensemble performances, we always invite a lot of our friends, and once again, that family, that relationship-oriented performance. So, Erin mentioned several. For the 45th anniversary, we put together a choir. The choir will be there as well, along with some of our vocalists from the Cadet Corps. Interestingly enough, my wife will also be performing as well. A wonderful vocalist, Mrs. Tamisha Cole.
Beautiful.
And the MC, Angelo Lascelles. He always takes us through. So what can you expect? You can expect a fun evening on the lawns of the Officers' Mess at St. Anne's Fort. Family-oriented, Bajan evening of Christmas music, those classics you say, if I don't hear that song,
it's not Christmas.
It's not my Christmas.
Okay, so it's happening the day after Christmas.
Yes.
So it's Thursday, 26th, Boxing Day.
Correct.
So you don't have work. Come out and enjoy it. It's at St. Anne's Fort. Always beautiful. Always a great environment. A nice breeze as well. But you get an opportunity to really reflect on the reason for the season with this spectacular Christmas concert. So congratulations to you on the anniversary and on putting on this concert as well. I understand there's also going to be a sip and paint session. Yes. So you're bringing the Zen all the way through.
How can I not mention sip and paint? Last year was the first year we did it, and people absolutely enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
So it's expanded this year. The young lady, Miss Grimes, she does an awesome job out there, artist mate, and I know she's looking forward to this event and to the sip and paint. I enjoy the sip part most of. I come off stage and I don't paint. I just
we have that in common.
Oh my goodness.
All right, thank you both for coming in and sharing with us.
So much.
Captain Brian Cole, Director of Music. Note, I did not ask him to share any of the numbers that will be coming up because you have to come out and experience it for yourself. We've experienced the band as a part of the Independence Day Parade, joining forces for the Remembrance Day Parade. Now is the time to see them in a relaxed environment celebrating Christmas. Again, congratulations to you, Private Hazelwood, and I look forward to all the team will offer. It is coming up on Thursday, 26th December, 3 o'clock in the afternoon at St. Anne's Fort. Make sure you come on out with the entire family and be a part of it. Time for another break, but we have more music coming your way, so stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
94.7 FM with the kind compliments of Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited and the Cut and Drive Network brings live coverage of Cricket West Indies Home Series October 31st to December 19th. Join the action, brought to you by Great Health Works, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics. Guardian General Insurance Limited. Live safe, live easy, and the Cut and Drive Network.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados at
stuff. Thank you so much. Recruit Aaliyah Trotman. You're going to get a chance to see her performing with the Zoav Band coming up on Boxing Day, December 24th at St. Anne's Fort. That was really good. That was really, really good. Congratulations to you. All right, so make sure you're coming out and be a part of that. It's 14 minutes to 8 o'clock. That means we still have more time. And there is more music, even more music coming up. We're going to share with you next a brand new release and a new artist as well. So stay with me.
You're involved in an accident, and the other driver leaves the scene before the insurance representatives arrive.
If you can, use a cell phone or camera to record the scene. A driver who leaves the scene has 24 hours to report the accident to the police and their insurance company. Failure to do so may lead to prosecution.
What if the other driver doesn't have insurance?
If it is confirmed that the person does not have insurance, the necessary court action may follow. Report the accident to the police within 24 hours.
A message from the Barbados Police Service and the Barbados Government Information Service.
What are some of the things you would do so you don't harm the environment of Barbados and planet Earth in general?
I would start by not littering myself. I would pick up any garbage in the area. And if I see any people litter, I will tell them not to and pick them up themselves.
I would use more solar energies and wind energy since we have more sun every day in Barbados.
I will make sure to clean up around me and practice recycling.
I would reduce the amount of fossil fuels and encourage everyone not to litter. I would drink tap water instead of buying bottled water and use reusable bottles to reduce the amount of plastic sent to the landfill.
Some things I would do to not harm the environment is to not do illegal dumping. Protecting the environment starts with you. You have to educate others so they understand the importance of the environment.
My name is Evan O'Neill Payne. I go to Bailey's Primary School.
My name is Kenna Robertson. I'm 9 years old and I attend Wills Primary School.
My name is Alana Mahadeo. I am 9 years old and I attend Wills Primary School.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Rejecting my love, making way for the enemy. They wanna break it, they wanna take it on a road with a broken heart. You should give your heart to me.
A beautiful new release from Shardelia Blake, who is a new, young, upcoming artist who joins us now on Morning Barbados. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
Beautiful voice, beautiful young lady. Congratulations on this new release. It's written by Bruce Lynch. Those are some powerful words.
Thank you so much.
So good morning and welcome to you as well.
Good morning, thank you. So glad to be here.
Wonderful to have you. Now, Shardelia, tell us first of all about what initially piqued your interest in performance in music? When did you realize, first of all, maybe I can carry a tune?
So I realized when I was the age of 3 and I was in a children's choir, so a lot of people would compliment me and say, Charlie, you could sing. So I guess from there.
All right, talk to me about this connection in terms of being able to have young Shardelia perform one of your pieces.
All right, well, Shardelia joined our church with her mom some years ago. That church is Mount Olive, Holy Temple, UHCA. By the way, shout out to all the Mount Olive family who was tuned in. And I'm kind of like the talent scout at the church, so I asked Shardelia what she likes to do. She told me sing. And I asked her to send me a demo, so she sent me something with her singing on her phone, and I was like, wow. Well, we started to work together then. And I realized, although Shardelia is shy, the gift comes through even in her shyness, and it's a beautiful thing to work with her. A beautiful thing.
I know for a lot of songwriters, they always talk about pairing the artist with the right song. It's important for you to be able to get this music out through the right avenue. So how did you go about selecting this number for her?
Well, I'll be honest with you, the journey of songwriting for me is not a long one either. Actually, Shardelia and I are learning as we go forward. And I wasn't writing for a long time, but the beauty of being able to write is that you can, based on the artist's voice, expression and personality, you can adjust the song accordingly. And I thought about Shardelia, I thought about the beauty of her voice, I thought about the silky smoothness of her voice, and I said, well, she would fit perfectly on this track. And it's not the only one that I have used her as a demo for, because even for other artists, I would get the song together, let Shardelia listen to it, we would record it, and then we would send it to the other artists so they can have a demo of how it should be done properly.
Shardelia, what was the process like of getting the song together? I'm interested in finding out how you felt when you first heard the finished product.
The process, it was good. As a new artist, I didn't know what to expect, so it was excitement at first, and then gratitude towards my elder Bruce, and also a bit of nervousness. But J.K. Lawrence, hearing a name like that, big name, he reassured me that it was okay to, make mistakes, and it was a comfortable space. So the process on and on was great. It was a great process.
What about the first time you heard the finished product? Because I know how it works in studio. You're kind of singing. You don't necessarily have all the music behind you, the backing vocals, all the other additions that kind of come after. So tell me about that moment when you first heard the finished song.
So my initial reaction was like, you sure that's me? You sure that's me singing? I was like, oh my goodness, that's me singing. It was like surreal, so surreal. So it was a great, great, great experience after hearing it.
And for you?
Well, first of all, I want to share some stuff that happened in the studio. So we're in the studio, and Jaco is creating the backing track behind the song. I leave the room for about 5 minutes. When I come back, I'm hearing live guitar. When I walk through the door, none other than Shane Forrester is in the room with his guitar playing along, and he knows the song. Well, what had happened, he's working downstairs teaching, and he can hear what's going on in the studio. He loves the song. He learns it downstairs, and he comes up. And Jacob said, well, you're here, play some guitar in the tune.
Get to work.
Yeah, so I was over the moon about that. But the process was a very interesting one to me, a beautiful process. I'll tell you this, like I said, for Shardelia and I, we're both learning still. This is my first recording as well.
Wow.
Right, my first recording. So we were learning together. I want to shout out to Jaco too. Jaco really made the process easy. He taught us a lot. He informed us of what to expect and so on. But I spent many hours looking back and saying, I can't believe we're actually here. We're actually here. It was fantastic.
How has the song been accepted, not only by your relatives and friends, but people generally when they hear it?
Well, I got a lot of calls like, Shardelia, that's you singing? I'm like, yes, that's me. So a lot of people giving a testimony and like how it like impacted them, and it was like so. It was a good feeling.
Where do you hope this music takes you?
I don't even know. I don't even know. Wherever God leads it, I will follow.
That's a wonderful place to stand. It's kind of like, standing and waiting for direction, which is what the music is all about, because you describe the song as reflecting God's voice and love.
Yes.
So, for her to say wherever God leads is exactly what I imagine as you want it to be received.
Yeah, exactly. It's a love song from God to the listener. Let me love you more than words can say. Sometimes words are used to sometimes mislead and misdirect. But if you want a love that's indescribable, let's talk about God's love. I'm going to love you, and words will not be able to describe it. That's where it came from my heart.
Shardelia, where can we see you performing? Where can we get the song? I understand it's on all streaming platforms.
Yes. Where you can see me singing is on YouTube, it's on Apple Play, also Amazon Music, all the platforms.
We want to see you in person, so you guys better pull some stuff together. Yeah, what about you? You wanted to add something.
Well, I will say she can be seen on Sunday mornings at Mount Olive Holy Temple, Grosvenor Road, Carrington Village. She's on the worship team as well, so you can see her there. But I know that when the Christmas season passes, because, the song being released at this time, it's clouded by the Christmas music. But when it really gets going, we're going to be able to do some more stuff. And we'll let you know. We'll let you know. But look out for Shardelia. She has a lot to offer.
And I mean, you've already started on a good note, just hearing that you're working with my guy, J. Cole, that you have Shane Forster in there playing some of the music, says a great deal. But that is about kind of, bringing beautiful and positive messages. It's a great song. And I look forward to hearing more of your music in future from you too, with your writing. This is definitely a wonderful start. So make sure you get on every single platform and support this young lady with this beautiful new song, and of course the songwriter and the entire production team as well. Thank you for coming through and sharing with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take you out. If you could play a little bit more of that music in the background. That's it from us for today. You only have 8 shopping days left for Christmas 2024. Let me see. 18th, I'm counting today, guys. 18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 20. Yes, only a few short days. You can't count 25 because nobody's going to be open on Christmas Day. But you have up until Christmas Eve, so make the best of it. Coming up tomorrow on Morning Barbados, Lou Taylor, a rising indie music artist, is going to be joining us. Plus, we have Bajan American dance artist Jada Janai, who is going to be speaking about her upcoming workshop. It's absolutely free. We're going to tell you how you can be a part of that. Plus, guess who will be on Morning Barbados? Rupi, R-U-P-E-E, and DJ Bravo. So it's a whole lot of championing tomorrow as they tell us about a new Carnival release for Carnival 2025 in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a song called My Kinda Gal, so you want to stay tuned for that. That's it from us for today. Have a great day today. Be safe, and whatever you do, make sure you come on back tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.